Angela, how would you like to play Three Question Thursday?
Sure, I would love to.
All right, where nobody knows what I'm going to ask, including me. But you know
Okay.
what we didn't talk about is the food. All right, we didn't talk about food. Do you have any go-tos? Because
Oh,
you
goodness.
do, you're very sensitive to a lot of food still. That didn't change. So
Yeah.
what do you go to?
Oh, let's see. For breakfast, I feel so much better like when I'm having a good protein like scrambled eggs, mashed sweet potatoes with little cinnamon sprinkled on them, and
Mhm.
6 ounces of fruit, whatever that is, an apple or sometimes banana and blueberries, whatever it is. So I keep my food pretty simple. And that food, like the sweet potato and the eggs, make me feel really good. If I'm in a rush, like I work at a high school, and so um, right now it's summer, so I can take more time to prepare. I'm not working. But during my work time, I always make overnight oats the night before. I just do my 1 ounce of oats, 1 ounce of peanut butter, my banana and blueberries to make up the 6 ounces of fruit. And then I'll do 4 ounces of unsweetened almond milk, which that's not really a lot of protein. I feel better with protein. So that's why the eggs and stuff feel better to me. But that's really convenient because I make it the night before and then put a lid on my little glass container and I just take it with me to work. You can eat it cold or I can warm it up in the microwave at work and eat that for breakfast.
I'm
Because I,
assuming I'm assuming it's gluten-free, the
yes, I
oats.
don't, I eat gluten-free oats. And the oats is pretty much the only type of grain that I eat. Otherwise, it's potato or rice or quinoa because that's gluten-free. As long as you get the gluten-free kind to make sure it's not contaminated with gluten. But I don't eat Triscuits or anything like that because it's wheat. So lunch, it's either cauliflower rice or and like my protein, whatever protein I had, and then whatever fat, just super simple, and then fruit on the side. Or I'll have just a big taco salad or something like that, just the fresh raw veggies and meat and fat. I keep my meals just super simple. I don't really follow like big recipes and all these different ingredients, but using seasonings like onion salt and garlic salt and cumin and paprika, I try to use, seasonings to flavor things up.
Yeah, that's great, especially in that cauliflower rice. That really it picks up
Oh,
the flavor. Go ahead.
a favorite dinner lately of mine is carrot fry nachos. And I know you're not supposed to make things into like fries or whatever, but carrots are pretty darn good for you. And so I slice carrots, peel them, slice them, the real big carrots, not the baby carrots. Um, and then just roast those at 425 degrees for like 35 minutes or however tender and cooked you want them. And then I'll just put taco meat on top and then like avocado or sour cream or in salsa. It's so good.
Ooh, that's that's quite a meal.
Yeah.
Question here from Kayleen. What are your best mindset tips?
Ooh, good question. I, first of all, like I said, just to reset your mindset, you have to believe that you can achieve. Believing is the first step. And really getting to the roots of the tree are like our thoughts and our beliefs. And then that leads to the trunk, which is like our feelings. And then the branches, that's our actions and our responses that we get. And so really just believing that you can and the way you talk to yourself. And then just do it. Just take the action because you're not always going to be motivated. And you have to learn to be self-disciplined and embrace failure. Like I talked about, there is no failure. It's either a lesson or you get out what you set to do. And just stop caring about what other people think or how people think you eat or what you do. Just start doing what's best for you because you are you and you know what's best for you. And then it's going to take some work to get there. So be willing to put in the work. Even when you struggle, it's okay because you're going to get stronger from the struggle. And also, I always thought like I can do it on my own. I don't need anybody to help me. I can just follow this plan and everything's great. But I had to learn that support is everything. And it's okay to be struggling. And you need to socialize with people who you want to be like. and you will start to be like those people. So socialize with bright line eating people and get in some support groups, and don't be afraid to get a mastermind group or whatever, but lean on the support, and you don't have to do it all by yourself. And
That's great.
yeah, there's so many more. Just be grateful, write down what you're grateful for every day, celebrate the small wins, but yeah, just embrace the beauty of your struggles.
I have one more question. This is probably an oddball question, but I know when we talked the other day, this was important to you. You started making your bed every day. Why is that important to you?
Mm-hmm. So I've never been someone who made my bed. And it would drive my husband crazy because he loves getting into a made bed. And I had read, there's a book about it actually, written by, I don't know, someone who was in I can't remember what he was in, but the Air Force or something. But
Yeah.
he talked about how making your bed is just a simple task. And that's something we could do to start the day. And by doing the simple task that was hard for me, it would just set the tone of my day. Oh, how do I explain it? It just
Some kind of
brings
accomplishment, one little thing done.
one little thing done, and that sets up your whole day. And if you could do that one little thing, what else can you accomplish in your day? I mean, doing that one little thing was so hard for me in the beginning. And I was like, no, I can change. Sometimes we have this comfort zone, and it's like you don't want to go higher or lower than that little comfort zone. And our brain thinks it's scary to go out of the comfort zone. And I had to prove to myself that I can change. And by making my bed, I proved to my brain I can change. I can make my bed every single day. I can set myself up for wins for that day. And it proves that I can change in other ways of my life too. And so making your bed, it's a simple task, but it can set you up for success.
And I think that is a big shift in mindset too.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, accomplishment, when everything else is going crazy in the world around you, to do these simple things, to have some accomplishment, staying bright, like knowing that I can do this one thing. I cannot control everything else, but I can do this one thing, and I know that it leads to a better me. So with that, I'm going to close. And Angela, I just want to thank you so much for your willingness, for coming on and telling your story on Starting Out Bright. Thank you for that. And thank you for playing 3-Question Thursday. It's been a great.
Thank you, Noreen. It's my pleasure to be here. I'm so honored to be here, and thank you so much. And for what you do all the time. I think you're amazing at it. So.
Oh, thank you. And you're welcome. Good night, everybody. Stay bright. Good night.
Good night, everybody. Thanks for being here.